Welcome to the Effortless English Show with the world's #1 English teacher, AJ Hogue, where AJ's more than 40 million students worldwide finally learn English once and for all, without the boring textbooks, classrooms, and grammar drills. Here's AJ with a quick piece to help you learn to speak fluent English effortlessly.
I'm AJ Hogue, the author of Effortless English, Learn to Speak English Like a Native. Speak English fluently, speak English powerfully, speak English effortlessly, speak English confidently. When you train with my VIP program every month, commit, don't quit, at effortlessenglishclub.com. Go there, commit, don't quit, at effortlessenglishclub.com. Welcome, everyone. Live on Facebook today. Hope you're doing well. Just going to adjust my sound here. 1 second. Just the microphone. Check. Okay, looks good. I am fasting again. Now I'm doing a 2-day fast. So I did a 3-day fast. I ate last night. Fasting all day today and then tomorrow. Most of the day tomorrow. 48 hours now. Let's see, I have lost 3 kilograms. I started at 80. This morning, I was at 77. So it is working. We're going to do another Aesop fable today. Aesop's Fables, Learning with Stories. We'll do the 4th one in my book today. It's called Actions Speak Louder Than Words. Actions Speak Louder Than Words. Another story about a fox. Aesop liked foxes, it seems. Hello to everybody who's joining live. Tell you what, I'm going to jump right in. Just going to jump in now to the story, teach the vocab, and then we'll come back and have a discussion. I'll read the comments and questions, and as usual. Let's start. All right, this begins. Actions speak louder than words. Aesop's Fables. All right, here it is. A fox was being chased by huntsmen and begged a woodcutter to hide him. The man told him to go into his hut. Soon afterwards, the huntsman arrived and asked if he had seen a fox pass that way. He answered no. But as he spoke, he jerked a thumb towards the place where the fox was hidden. However, they believed his statement and did not take the hint. When the fox saw they had gone, he came out and made off without speaking. The woodman reproached him for not even saying a word of acknowledgement for his deliverance. "I would have thanked you," the fox called back, "if your actions and your character agreed with your words." The fable is aimed at men who make public profession of virtue but behave like rogues. All right, that's the end. Let's go back to the beginning and discuss some vocab and the meaning. All right, so actions speak louder than words. That's an idiom. A fox was being chased by huntsmen. Hunters is probably the more common word we would use. So a fox was being chased by hunters, trying to catch him. He begged a woodcutter that he saw to hide him. So the fox is running away. He's trying to hide from hunters. And he sees a guy chopping wood, a woodcutter chopping wood. And he says, "Please hide me," right? "Please hide me. Please help." The man told him to go into his hut. A hut is like a very, very tiny, small building. Not even quite a house, right? I always picture like a little wooden building, right? With maybe dirt floors. That's a hut. So he went into the hut, the fox does. Soon after, the hunters arrive and ask if he had seen a fox pass that way. So the hunters come and they ask the woodcutter, "Hey, have you seen a fox?" He says no, But as he spoke, he jerked a thumb towards the place where the fox was hidden. Jerked means to kind of pull or to move suddenly in one direction. To jerk a thumb, it just means basically he pointed. He pointed with his thumb. He pointed with his thumb towards the hut, towards the fox. So he said no, but he was actually trying to help the hunters, right? So he's kind of like pretending to be nice, pretending to help the fox, but then he's trying to show the hunters where the fox is. But he said no, right? So the hunters say, have you seen a fox? And the woodcutter says no, but he points to where the fox is. So his actions and words don't match. However, lucky for the fox, the hunters believe his statement. They did not take the hint. Take the hint means they didn't notice his hint, right? They didn't notice his pointing with his thumb. They didn't realize what he was doing. They just believed him when he said no. So next, the hunters leave. So the fox, when he sees they're gone, he makes off without speaking. To make off means to leave. To make off. That's one of those little phrasal verbs you all love so much. To make off means to leave. To make off. The woodsman, the woodcutter, reproached him. To reproach means to kind of criticize. It kind of means to criticize. To reproach. Criticized him, reproached him for not even saying a word of acknowledgement. To acknowledge is kind of to notice, to thank, to be grateful. For his deliverance. Deliverance meaning salvation, to be saved. So the woodcutter is angry because the fox leaves but does not thank him, right? Doesn't acknowledge his deliverance. He doesn't acknowledge that the woodcutter saved him. But the fox, as he's leaving, he says, I would have thanked you, but if your actions and your character agreed with your words. So the fox noticed. The fox saw that he made the motion with his thumb. So he's saying, I would have thanked you normally, but I saw that you were pointing at me. So I realized that your actions and your words and your actions do not match. Your character does not match your actions. And then finally, the meaning of the story at the end. This fable, this story is aimed at men. It's about men who make public profession of virtue. To profess. This is the verb, public profession. It's related to the verb to profess. To profess means to say something publicly, say something out loud publicly, to profess. So public profession means publicly saying out loud. So it's about men who say out loud their virtue, but behave like rogues. A rogue is like a thief. It's someone who you can't trust. So people who on the outside with their words, they say virtuous things, good things, but in fact, their behavior is bad, like a thief or a criminal, a rogue, a bad person. So this is again about people. It's a story warning about, right? It says right at the end, warning about people who speak really nicely. They sound really nice. They say wonderful things. They always are saying good and wonderful, virtuous things, pretending to be virtuous. But in fact, if you look at their behavior, they're rogues. They're like criminals. They're bad people. Now, isn't this interesting? The way that's phrased. Because, this is, again, 3,000 years old, 2,500 at least years old. And we have this today. It's called virtue signaling. We have a little slang word, virtue signaling, and you see it online all the time. This is a very common thing online. This is where people constantly posting things to make themselves look virtuous. Like, say a prayer for the people in wherever. Say a prayer for the people in Somalia. Say a prayer for the earthquake victims. And they're always doing this stuff, and they're always talking about and trying to show publicly how much they care. They're such caring, wonderful people. And it's always public, very public. They always publicly show what charity they donated to. Or in politics, it's always, I'm not a racist, and they're always trying to show that they're not a racist and they're such wonderful people. So this very public profession, it's called virtue signaling. This is the modern now slang. We call it virtue signaling. It's exactly what Aesop was talking about. Exactly the same thing. Because then when you look at these people, usually when you look at their behavior, they're not very nice people at all. They don't do anything. They actually don't do anything with actions in their life to help anybody. They're selfish. Can't trust them. Virtue signaling. So they had virtue signaling 2,500 years ago. It's part of human nature. The only difference is we have the internet now, and so it's a new way to do it, right? It's very easy to do now because of the internet. It's very easy for people to constantly post things to try to make themselves look like they're so caring and wonderful. But it's an old part of human nature that we can see. Aesop wrote about it, 2,500 or more years ago. So it's nothing new. It's just the technology makes it easier and more powerful. That's all. So they had virtue signaling back then, but quite interesting. All right, let's go to the comments and questions. If you have comments or questions about the story's meaning, about the vocabulary, I'm happy to repeat it. I'll give you a minute. Looks like everyone needs a minute to type in the questions or comments. So let me review the vocab really quickly. So again, we have, hunters. I think that's an easy one. Let's see. We have reproach. That's a good word. To reproach is to kind of criticize someone, to reproach them. You criticize them for doing something wrong. So someone does something wrong and you say, hey, stop that. That was bad. Or you criticize them or you say something. You are reproaching them. To reproach. Acknowledgement. To acknowledge just means, it means to notice. That's the basic meaning. To notice, but kind of to notice in a good way usually. By being a little bit grateful, for example. Deliverance. Deliverance means to be saved. To be saved. So the deliverance of the fox, he was saved, right? His salvation. And then finally at the end we have the words profession as a verb. Profession can also mean, as a noun, profession can mean just, your job. What is your career? That's my profession. That's probably the most common use now. That's what we usually say. My profession. I am an English teacher. That's my profession. But profession has this other meaning connected to the verb to profess. A profession is something you say publicly out loud. Virtue means goodness. We've talked about virtue a lot in our show. And rogue. A rogue is a criminal. Someone who steals and lies. A bad person. A rogue. Rogue. Stom. I'm not sure which question that is. Sorry, Kang, I'm not sure. I'm not sure what road you're talking about. Okay. Backing up. Lots of people just saying hello from Kurdistan, from all the places Around the world, Brazil, Kerala, India. Good to see you. Hello, hello, hello. Lots of people. Someone suggesting an interview. I want you to suggest for the interview Rollo Tomasi, the author of Rational Male. That would be great. I wonder if he does video or audio. I'm not sure. Some of these guys, these red pill guys, they get attacked so much for speaking the truth that they like to be anonymous, or at least they kind of avoid video. Roosh, I invited Roosh, but he just ignored my email. So, I understand Roosh gets attacked all the time, probably does not trust anybody for doing interviews, at least people he doesn't know. But I'll try Rollo Tomasi. Those books are fantastic. So, good suggestion. I will add him to my list of potential interviewees. Okay, let's see. Shirok, I'm so happy to see you. I like this book, but I don't know a lot of vocab. This stops me to continue. Well, no worries. It's a nice little book because the stories are so short. That's why I like it. Aesop's Fables. There are many different versions you can buy online. Each translation will be a little different. Obviously, the original was in Greek. So each English translation will have a little bit different vocabulary. They might choose different words. So that's okay. That's fine. But it's these little Aesop's Fables, they're so short, so they're nice ways to learn a little bit of vocabulary. Layla says, it's so true, people have two faces. They hide their ugliness. Yeah, that's another idiom, right? To be two-faced. Of course, the people who are bad people, if they're smart, if they're a little bit smart, they hide it. Now, the stupid ones don't hide it, right? The stupid ones just act bad all the time. Everyone can see they're bad. It's obvious. They get in a lot of trouble usually. But the smarter ones will pretend to be good. Roman says, hi from Algeria. Nice to see you. Thank you. Oh, this is interesting. Kind of a French version. Michel, is it Michel? I can't pronounce French. Michel. As a child, I learned lots and lots of fables from Jean de La Fontaine. Aesop was his model. It was a way to teach us moral values. Many, many, many years after I remember them. Yes, these are so famous. They're very traditional. I didn't realize there was a French one, but that's interesting. But Aesop, Aesop's tales are so famous, and we get so many idioms. Not just in English. I think in all the European languages, there's so many idioms that come from Aesop. Oh, Kang is saying thumb. Thumb is what you're asking. What is thumb? How to spell thumb? It's this finger. Thumb. 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 I'll type it in the comments. Thumb. To the hunter. The hunter, moved his thumb. He was pointing his thumb at the fox. He was trying to show the hunters where he was. He was trying to kind of cheat the fox. Bhupendra, are you fasting today? Yes, I am fasting today. Fasting again. Feel fine though. I'm fine. So far, I did a 3-day fast, and then now today, well, I'm 24 hours now. I've been fasting. The first day is nothing for me. Usually it's fine. Second day might be a little tired. We'll see tomorrow. The third day was the toughest for me. The third day was kind of tough. I'll be honest. It was tough. Guy, more people asking about fasting. Guerreiro. Teacher, could you please talk more about this fasting you're doing? I will talk more about it. I'm following something called Snake Diet. Snake Diet. Actually, the best way, but instead of me, go to that YouTube channel, Snake Diet. Snake Diet YouTube. And you'll learn a lot. This guy knows a huge amount about fasting. He's a fasting expert. Now his style. He's a fitness coach. He coaches fat people mostly. Very fat people sometimes. And so he yells a lot. He says, fuck, 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 fuck all the time. Don't be upset by it. Some people get upset by that stuff. Don't. It's just his style. He does it to create more energy, to motivate people, to push people. Because he's dealing with a lot of really lazy people. He's dealing with some very fat, unhealthy, lazy people, and he has to be very forceful and loud, even vulgar, to get them motivated and to keep them going. So he's doing it to be helpful. And he's also funny. Yeah, so here you go. Quote from the Bible. Faith without acts is dead. There you go. That's right. Even worse is people who don't even have faith, right? Because like in this story, the virtue signaling people, they don't even have faith. They pretend like they don't have faith and they don't have actions. They maybe pretend to have faith. They're the ones who talk about faith all the time. Da, 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 da. But then when you look at their actions, how they behave, you realize they really have no faith at all. And they also have no virtue. So right, but that's the exact idea. That is correct. Okay, Motion is asking about the word hut. Does hut have the same meaning as shed? Very similar. Very similar. I would say a hut is a little more like you can live in a hut. Someone who's poor might live in a hut, a little wooden house. So it has a little more of an idea of a house, but a very poor, tiny house. A hut. A shed is more of a little building, not for living, but that's where you keep things in there. Maybe you keep tools. Maybe you, keep wood. Maybe you keep something else in there. So a shed, they're almost the same thing. If you look at a hut and look at a shed, they look almost the same. But the little difference in meaning is a hut has the idea that you might live in it. You could live in it. And a shed has the idea that people do not live in a shed, usually. I learned the word shed from the movie The Room. And it's a wonderful and inspiring movie. I haven't seen that movie. Fikadu, nice to see you. Thank you. Hello from Dublin, Ireland. God bless your life. Sandor, good. Good to see you. Dublin. Very nice city. Hope the weather's good. Mien says, I learned a lot of new vocabulary from the last interview. Super, super realistic lesson. Great. I'm going to do another follow-up for the David the Good interview. I've decided to just do something different today, but maybe tomorrow I'll do another one because I only taught a little bit of the vocab. There's a lot of vocab in there connected to farming, gardening, and plants, which it is all useful. I agree. It's nice. Yeah, Mariana wanting a repetition of the vocab to profess. The verb to profess means to say out loud publicly, to say it publicly. You can imagine someone standing on a corner saying it loudly, professing. Or another word very close is proclaim. They're very similar. So to profess, right, it has the idea of out loud, like publicly, right? So it's more than just speaking. It's speaking, but doing it in a public way, so a lot of people hear it. To profess. Khalifi saying, you look good shape today. Congratulations. Keep going on your fasting. Thank you. Yes, feeling good. The fasting works, man. Fasting works. Congratulations to all the Muslims who are breaking their fast today. You fasted a good long month, so good job. Good job. And just remember, you can still fast. You don't have to wait till next year. You can still fast once or twice a week if you want to. Join me again. Enjoy your feast today. And, don't forget about fasting for the rest of the year. It's still good. And, you'll notice something, by the way. One of the nice benefits of fasting, if you fast, is your food tastes wonderful. When you finally eat, you will notice, you will appreciate the wonderful taste of the food much more. Much more, you will notice. Like, it wakes up your taste a lot. So you're appreciating more, right? You acknowledge, let's use our word today. You acknowledge the flavor of the food much more because you've been without. That's true for anything in life, right? If you're poor and then you finally become rich, you will appreciate it more. Some people, they're born and they're rich when they're born into a family. It's not wrong, but it's just they don't appreciate it as much, I think, usually. Someone who's poor who becomes rich will appreciate that money more. The contrast. Roman. Interesting, Roman. Roman. I walked out of college. I'm following your advice. I do speak 3 languages. Wow, that's great. I'm going to create my own foreign language school. Therefore, I'm going to run my own business before long. I really appreciate your work you're doing. Keep it up. Man, that's fantastic. Good for you. You're doing the right thing. You want to be an entrepreneur. You don't need to waste your time in college. Start your business. Especially, you speak 3 languages. That's better than any diploma, any piece of paper. So good for you. Give us an update in the future. Bastard. I'm not sure what that is. Yeah, Motion is saying, could you say the woodsman is hypocritical in this story? Not quite. It's a little small difference. Hypocrite is someone who's how do we say it? They believe something. They promote something. They promote something. So they say, for example, I don't know, eat vegetables. Eat vegetables. Eat vegetables. You've got to eat vegetables. They're so important. But then in their own life, they never eat vegetables. That's a hypocrite, right? They're telling people or giving advice to do one thing, but they don't do it themselves. It's a little different than this. Because in this, the woodsman, the woodcutter, he's not giving advice. He's not telling people what to do. It's just his actions and his words don't match. Okay, someone asking about the common question. Esra, I have a problem with English practice when studying vocab or the meaning. I forget after a short time everything that I had taken. That's okay. You need just repetition. Listen to. Don't just study lists. You've got to, like for example, today, this video. Yeah, after the video, you'll probably forget the words. It's normal. So what should you do? Listen to the video again. Listen to this video again. Listen to it 3 times, 4 times, 5 times, as much as you can. And that repetition, you're going to get those foods. You're going to get, I'm thinking about food. I'm hungry. You're going to get those words. You're going to get those words. They're going to get deeper into your brain. But it's the repetition, and also it's happening within a story, right? Within the context. Just doing it with a list is much harder. You'll forget and you won't remember. It's much harder to do. Yeah, Bhupendra saying Aesop's fables are also moral stories. Exactly right. They're all, every one of them. They have a moral. A moral means a moral message, a message about what is good and what is bad. That is exactly, every single one of his stories has that. That's the point of his stories. And he says the moral right at the end. Isn't that easy? Guru. Someone's asking, this is not one of the words from our story, but I'll explain it. What does the word guru mean? So guru is Indian, Hindi, I guess. I don't know the roots. I don't know if it goes back to Sanskrit, but Indian word that means kind of like a special, like a high teacher, someone who's a very high and respected teacher. Guru. But now we use it in English. We stole that word. Thank you. We took that word and we now use it in English. And it still has the same meaning. It's kind of like a high-level expert or coach in anything. So in English, we use it for anything. You could be a soccer guru, means you're like a super soccer expert that coaches and helps soccer players. Soccer guru. So you can be kind of a guru in anything. In English. I don't know about Indians, probably use it in a more spiritual way, but I'm not sure how Indians use it exactly. Yeah, so people are saying different cultures have all these similar types of stories, right? Panchantra, moral stories. It's a great book to enhance your imagination. Good. Thank you, Harnik. Like a tool shed, exactly. A tool shed is, I was talking about the word shed. I believe narcissistic people have those traits, says Julia. Yeah, among others. Yeah, right. So here's another way of saying it. Marianne says, the tree will be defined by its fruits. Know the tree by its fruits. What does that mean? It's the same meaning. It means actions speak louder than words, right? The fruits, it means the actions. The tree is a person. Okay, this is a parable again. So how do you know what a person's really like? You know it by the fruits of their actions, right? You notice by their actions, not what they say, not what they pretend to be, not how they look, not how they dress, not how much money they have. You watch their actions, what they do, and then you will really know what kind of person they are. Okay, big long comment. Let's see, and I can't read the name. Hello, AJ. You're an awesome and wonderful coach. I started to learn English 1.5 years ago because I wanted to work in an international oil and gas company. You motivated me to believe in myself with your book because at school I thought I had no ability to learn languages. Then I listened to a lot of your podcasts for hours a day. Gradually, I started to communicate with people all around the world in English, using language exchanges services, and now, finally, I got the job offer. Woo! Now that's great. Fantastic. Thanks for sharing that, and congratulations on your job. Fantastic. Really good. Hope you enjoyed the job. Thanks for sharing your success story. That's really great. See? That's how you do it. Right there. I told you, it works. It works. My brother-in-law has less skill. I tried to persuade my brother to join a company and then start a work of buying products for the company, but my brother refuses it. And the brother-in-law starts to criticize him a lot in front of my father, people around me. I don't like it. How do I stop it? I don't know. That's tricky. Wow, your brother-in-law gets criticized or criticizes your brother. I don't know. I guess you just defend him. Honestly, I don't know. I don't have good advice. I just speak up if you're there and it's happening. Defend. If they start attacking him, then jump in and defend him and say, hey, stop criticizing him. It's enough. You do it too much. Just be direct, I guess, is the best advice. That's my quick advice. Sorry, I don't have anything better. Anna Block, hello from Russia. Hey there to you. Gabriela, this is called consistency. Many people's actions are not consistent with their words. They don't match. It also reminds me of the sayings, practice what you preach, or do as I say, but not as I do. Yeah, right. Another word is integrity. Integrity is when your character matches and your actions matches your character, your values. Asking about my babies. Babies are doing well. Thank you very much. Thank you. Hola from Brazil. Hey, Rosanna. Nice to see you again. Bufendra wants a little review here of red pill and blue pill. It's such a common slang now. I use it a lot. So yeah, I should explain again. Red pill and blue pill. Blue pill means you still believe the media and the school's lies. That's what blue pill means. If we say you are blue pilled, it means you still believe all the lies. You watch the news and you believe they're telling you the truth. If you're red pilled, it means you're awake. It means you see the lies. You know that you're being lied to. You know the schools are lying. You know the media lies. You're awake. You're awake to the truth, the hard truth, the ugly truth. So that's the meaning. It comes from the movie The Matrix. In The Matrix, watch the movie The Matrix. You'll understand this slang. At one point, when the character Neo, he has a choice. He has to pick one pill, red or blue. And Morpheus, the other character, tells him, red will show you the truth, but maybe not so nice. Blue, you will forget everything. You'll go back and you'll just believe all the lies. Choose. Do you choose truth or lies? Do you choose the hard, ugly truth that's painful? Or do you choose the pretty, comfortable lie, the blue pill? Choose. Min saying, ones who pretend to be better than what they really have. Yeah, that's kind of a version of this. Only inviting high expectations from others. After that, they don't get what others expected. They turn over. I used to be like that. Now I realized it deeply. Well, good. Jasmine says, you must be a teaching guru. Yeah, you could say that in English. It would be fine. Certainly not in the... Like I said, in India, I think guru can have sometimes it has more of a religious, spiritual meaning, so much higher. So in that way, of course, not me, but in the kind of casual English slang version, you could say that, sure. Carlos, hey Carlos. Carlos says, I've learned a lot with your videos, AJ. Thank you very much. Thank you. Yeah, Saleh, exactly. Hypocrites in, well, this is not exactly, again, we have to be careful with how we use the word. Hypocrites in religion means the person who pretends to be faithful but actually is not. I mean, that is what Aesop's talking about. He disbelieves in God. Right, but a hypocrite is actually, it's different. Not just pretending to be faithful is not enough really to be a hypocrite. With a hypocrite, you have to be kind of giving advice. That's really what makes that word, the meaning has a bit of the idea of giving advice. So In religion, it would be a person who's telling everybody, you must follow the Bible. You must follow the Bible, and criticizing people, you don't follow the Bible. And then in their own life, they're actually doing all kinds of bad things. That's a hypocrite. Rafiko, right. A tree is known by its fruits. Yep, I believe that's from the Bible. Sarah asking, how many kilos have I lost? Are you continuing with fasting? Yes, I'm fasting now, today. How many kilos have you lost? 3 kilos in 4 days. 4 days, 3 kilos. Not bad. Not bad. Claudio, off topic. I'm reading The Rational Male. Can you dedicate a lesson to this amazing book? Well, someone earlier recommended interviewing Rollo Tomasi, the writer. That would be the best thing to do, because get him to just discuss some of the major ideas in the book, and then I can ask him some questions. Then after that, I could do some vocab lessons and discussion about the ideas. So again, we could actually go into it fairly deeply that way. So we'll see about that. I'll see if I can get him. I'll put him on my list of people to interview, and hopefully he will agree. Harnik talking about Sikhism. He's a Sikh. Yes. Turban is a symbol of Sikhism. Also, the little sword. What else? I don't know a lot about Sikhism, but I'm very curious. This is a comment I get sometimes, a question. What are your thoughts about Anki to memorize vocab? It's okay. It's okay. If you like it, you can use it. Some people like it, some people don't. I personally find it boring. I find it a little boring. I can't do it very much. I prefer just to listen to, let's say I have an audio. I just prefer just to listen to the audio again instead of putting the vocab in Anki and reviewing just the vocab. I'd rather just listen to the whole thing and then pick the words from the whole story again, because it helps me to remember it better and it's more interesting. But if you like Anki, go ahead. It's not going to kill you or anything. Buddha Tokiman recommending Eckhart Tolle. I'm not sure how to pronounce his name. Author of The Power of Now, for interviewing. Yes, he's on my list. I've read that book. It's good. It's about meditation, basically. When do we start our next book club? Nasser says Saturday. Brave New World. Brave New World by Aldous Huxley. Krisana says hello from Thailand. Hello, Swadee Kap. Swadee Krop. When will your son arrive home? Vladislav says this week. End of this week. We're very excited. Finally getting our baby boy home. It's been a long, long time. 2.5 months. He's been in the hospital. Prashant says hello from Goa. Interesting. Oh, I'd like to go to Goa. I've been to India 3 times, but always in the north. I've been to Delhi and Bombay, Calcutta, whatever their new names are. Varanasi, up in the Himalayas, Gujarat, Rajasthan. But I've never been to the south of India. I've never been to the south. Never been to Goa. Never been to Tamil Nadu or Kerala. So I very much want to go to the south. I've heard the south is quite different. Culturally different. Food is different. And quite nice. So someday I will go to South India. Sharo asking, what does it mean to well up with tears? Well up with tears. Well, you imagine a well. A well is something you dig in the ground to get water. And the water kind of will come up, will kind of rise up. Well, it's the same idea. If you well up with tears, it means the tears are rising up in your eyes, right? Kind of starting at the bottom and rising up, filling up your eyes. Sardar asking about pronunciation. I have a pronunciation course. That's my best answer right here. effortlessenglishclub.com to improve your pronunciation. Get my pronunciation course, effortlessenglishclub.com. But his question is, I want to improve my pronunciation. Could you tell me how to do it? Also, learn reading and writing. I know a lot of words from you. Reading is easy. Reading's easy. Just read. There's no trick. There's no technique. Just read books. Read books that you like. Read ones that are fairly easy so you understand most of it. And read a lot. And little by little, you'll learn more words. Little by little, you'll get faster. So that's this. There's no trick to reading, just to do it a lot. And what's quite nice is all that reading will help your writing also. Your writing will improve by reading a lot. It's the first and best way to improve writing. Now, at a higher level, there are other things you can do. But start there. And Julia, just right afterwards, Julia says, AJ has a pronunciation course. Go to effortlessenglishclub.com. Thanks, Julia. Hi, AJ. I see your energy is growing after fasting. I'm still fast. I'm fasting again. Not still. I started a new fast. 2 days this time. When will we start Brave New World? Saturday. Next Saturday, Brave New World, Aldous Huxley. That's a heavy book, man. We're getting into some deep stuff. But I don't know if you call it political, but it's really about mind control. Of course, politicians use it, but it's really more the media and schools. And we're going to see that when he wrote it, it was fiction. Much of it is already true now. Oh, interesting. Mac, I'm sorry, I can't pronounce. I don't know how to read the Russian letters. I'll just say Mac. I'm watching you on YouTube. Wishing you 1 million subscribers soon. Yeah, I think we're getting close to 1 million subscribers on YouTube. That's right. That's right. Do I get some prize from YouTube? They should give me something. Suradad is talking about fasting. Hi from Thailand. For me, fasting for 3 days is not easy, which especially the second day. But when it passed, I felt like being discovered a new world. Right, yes. Now, for me, it was the third day. It was terrible. Second day was so-so. Third day was really pretty terrible. But you're right, though, because after you get through that, there's a point where, your body is getting clean. Your body's cleaning itself during the fast. It's not just weight loss. Weight loss is nice, I'm trying to lose weight. But your body also heals. Your body gets rid of all the kind of junk and chemicals and stuff in your body. It all kind of gets out. Your blood sugar will become stable. It will come a little bit lower and stable. And your mind becomes very, very, very clear. Your emotions become very calm. So it's wonderful, but it can be, there's a tough point to go through where you might feel, for me, what was it, yesterday? Yeah, yesterday before eating. Was it yesterday? Yeah, before eating yesterday. Yesterday before eating, I was just really, really tired, exhausted. But it's no, like Cole Robinson says, you're not going to die. You're not going to die, so just deal with it. It's no big deal. A little tiredness, a little headache, a few of these little things that happen. It's worth it because the benefits are so much bigger for fasting. These little things are quite small. It's just discomfort, we say. Discomfort, meaning not comfortable. Yeah, sometimes fasting is not comfortable, but the benefits are fantastic. Fida asking, what kind of fasting are you doing? Okay, right now I did my 3-day fast and this one, now the 2 days. I'm drinking water. Specifically, I'm drinking some salt water. I might try a dry fast next. We'll see. Dry fast means no drinking also. So I might try that next. We'll see. Dry fasting, according to Cole Robinson, okay, he's the expert. According to him, dry fasting is super powerful for healing your body. Like if you have some sickness or disease, something's wrong with your body, that is the most powerful way to heal. I don't have any big problem with my body, but I might try it just to try it. Yeah, Rafiko with a nice summary of the slang, the pill slang that all comes from the Matrix. Red pill, you find out the hard truth. Blue pill, you're under the Matrix. You believe all the lies and propaganda. White pill, you're optimistic about life. Black pill, you're pessimistic about life. Purple pill, you are waking up, but not 100%. You're between blue and red. That's right. We should make a book club about rational male, says Vladislav. Yes, that would be great. We could maybe do that too. Salah, can you give us more details about fasting for which you lost 3 kilograms in 4 days? Snake Diet on YouTube. Just look it up. Snake the animal. Snake Diet is the channel. Snake Diet channel. Snake Diet on YouTube. And he just watch a lot. All right, a couple more, then I'm going to go. Red wagon. What does it mean, red wagon, AJ? Is it an expression? I don't know. If that's some kind of slang, I have no idea what it means. Honestly, I don't know. I mean, a wagon. I know what a wagon is. A wagon is this little thing you pull. Kids have it, you know. But I don't know if it has some other meaning. Ah, Elena. Your wish is my command. Can you do a show about the real life in America? Yes. Acharyaji, my first interview, we're going to talk about that exact topic. He actually suggested that topic. He thought it might be interesting, and I agree because a lot of people know America only from movies and TV, or maybe from tourism. Maybe you visit some American city for a short time, and that's one version of America. And you're probably not going to see some of the deeper problems in America, or you won't notice them as much. You won't see them really in the media so much, and even as a tourist, you won't notice them probably as much. So I think that'd be a really interesting conversation to have with him. So we'll do it in the future. Have you ever read Robin Greene's books? I have not. Kudratula. Hope I'm pronouncing your name right. Hi, dear brother. Hope all is best. Thanks a lot from your unforgettable effort to teach us. We're getting huge benefits from the podcast. I'm improving my listening skills. It's affected on all of my skills. See, it does. It helps all the other skills too. I'm from Afghanistan, but now as a scholarship student in India. Great. My 2 legs have polio. I'm on a wheelchair, but not disabled. I'm powerful and strong. Thanks, AJ. Great mindset. Thank you. Appreciate it. Good luck and enjoy India. Darby asks, I have a lot of U.S. friends I text with all the time. Will that be helpful improving my writing skill? Actually, it will. It will. I have a very good friend. One of my closest friends is Thai. He's from Thailand. And when I first met him, he could not read English at all. Couldn't write. And I helped him for a little while to learn basic reading. Just basic. But then he moved to America. And he just started using Facebook and texting. And, he just started using it a lot, like texting texting friends, American friends, so in English, and then he had to read their text, of course, and also like Facebook messages and things like that. And man, his reading and his writing ability, I was just very shocked, very surprised how fast he improved. He improved so much. It was great. So the answer is yes. Uh-oh, I hear a baby in the other room crying. Okay, Taha, good to see you. How is the little baby in the hospital? Coming home this week. Wow. Today I managed to invite the 5th person to your course after being satisfied with the live show as a first choice or trial. Hey, that's great. Fantastic. Yeah, that's a great thing. Just have people can listen to my podcast as much as they want, and if they want to join a course, great. AJ, you rock. It seems like everybody likes you first and then likes the way you teach. Well, thank you. I have an off question in the following the great movie method of you. It's the second time for me to hear the name Uncle Sam. I was wondering who he is. Oh, who is Uncle Sam? You've heard it in movies. Uncle Sam is like the mascot for America. It really means usually means the American government. But he's like a symbol for the American government. It comes from like in which war? World War One? I'm not sure which war, World War One or World War Two, probably. They made a poster, to telling people join the army and fight, And it was a picture of this kind of older man with white hair, and he has a hat, and his clothes, everything's red, white, and blue, and he's like a mascot, right? His name was Uncle Sam, and he says, I want you. Uncle Sam wants you to join the army. Uncle Sam wants you to fight for America. But now that has just becomes kind of a slang. This character, Uncle Sam, just means the American government, really. So you'll see this, you'll see it used a lot in movies, TV, newspapers, all kinds of places. Uncle Sam. Slang for American government. Vladislav says, so you didn't eat anything at all during 3 days. That's right. Nothing. Water only. Salt water only. And then today, then I ate one meal last night, and now today, also not eating. I'll eat tomorrow night. So it's 2 days fast. So total 5 with one meal in between at night. Sandor says, I'm happy for the good news to connect for your baby. Thank you. I have 3 kids. We know how you felt during this time. We wish you the best life with your new babies. Thank you very much. Yes, it was quite stressful, quite scary and stressful for a while. And we're very happy to bring him home finally. Quite hard, with this new baby. We've never had him at home. It's over 2 months now. He's been in a hospital his whole life. So finally he will come home with us, which is nice. And he gets to see his baby sister, too. Again. Harnack again says, respected sir, one may or may not be able to improve his English, but you're totally successful in developing a global mindset among your students. Kudos. Keep serving. Love. Thank you. Hopefully you improve your English, too. That's my primary mission. Graphical says, I have searched for many native speakers on YouTube, but I have found no one like you. Your pronunciation is flawless, vivid, super clear, awesome. Well, thank you. Very nice. Nice words. I love you a lot. Thank you. Thanks, Graphical. And thanks for being such a great member and fan and, being on here all the time in the live shows. Lots of good comments and questions. Thoughtful. So I also appreciate that. Hey, Betty, good to see you again in Vietnam. Hello. Sri Lanka. Sami from Sri Lanka says hello. Hi. I'd like to go to Sri Lanka someday. Lots of places I have to see. All of South America. All of Africa. Too many countries. There are too many places. Hey, Christelle. Nice to see you again. Ah, there's a movie. Okay, Slavika says, do you recommend watching the movie Brave New World? Or first book, then the movie. I'm watching the movie, and then I'm with maximum dose red pill in my brain. Honestly, I don't know. I've never seen the movie, so I don't know if it's good or not. I didn't even know there was a movie. I'm guessing it's an old movie. I'll check out Amazon. Maybe I'll watch it tonight, and I'll let you know my opinion of the movie. But yeah, why not? Watch the movie. Watch the movie, and yes, go ahead. Luisa says, even though I cannot follow you online always, I listen to your podcast every morning on the bus to work. Yes, thank you, Luisa. Good to see you again. Yeah, it's really, you can do it while listen while walking, listen while going to work, on a bus, in the car. That's why I do the podcast, the audio podcast. It's everything becomes audio too. Yep, Shaheen says, I'm from Kurdistan, happy because today is celebration for all Muslims. Enjoy your feast. And I have a new plan for my effortless English. Of course, I'm one of the VIP. Yay, good for you. Thank you for everything. Thank you. Yes, and all of you, enjoy your food today. Well earned. Haha, Darby, you're asking the right group. Does anybody know who this famous line is from? Say my name. Yes, we know. I know. Say my name. Heisenberg. Sarah asking, is the fasting hard? No, I'm getting used to it. It's getting easier. Yesterday was hard. Before I ate, the third day, no food. I was really, really tired. I felt terrible. And then after I ate this big meal, and then my body just kind of went to sleep. I took a nap for about an hour. Then I woke up. I felt fantastic. Today, let's see. Now it's been a little over about 24 hours fasting. No problem. 24 hours fasting is no problem. For me, is no problem. It's easy. 2 days. We'll see tomorrow. I might be a little tired tomorrow. I don't know. Someone who's 8 years old. Nora says, I'm 8 years old. I want to learn English. My mom also wants to learn. Well, you're in the right place. Obviously, you wrote that comment, so you know some English already. Good for you. Keep listening. Just listen to the podcast. Listen to any English that's easy, fairly easy for you. Read books that are fairly easy for you. And your mom, same exact thing. You can do it together. That's nice. Sharo says, do you personally know any Kurdish students? I have not met any face-to-face. No. But certainly online we have a lot. Okay, Emmanuel. Hey, Emmanuel. Let's see. I've got a question. Hey, Coach, I've got a question. Is it normal today that everything boils down to money? Because I know some of my relatives who are constantly focused on money, and for them, the most important thing. Do you think it's a bad vice that we have? Yeah, we live in this age. I mean, this is, we live in a time, an age, a time period where people are focused on money. That's why we say it's materialistic, meaning people are focused on money completely. And we know from reading in the past, of course, people always have been greedy. I mean, that's not new. It's human nature. But we also know that in the past, religion was more important, or philosophy is more important. Art might have been more important. There are more other things to balance it. Whereas today, people a large number of people are so crazy just about money and status, right? It is a problem. It does not it does not lead to happiness. That's why it's a problem. It creates a lot of pain in the end, suffering. Katya, I am Katya from Italy. It's really a pleasure to listen when you speak. Thank you, Katya. Very nice and welcome. Ooh, okay. So let's see. Vladislav's giving me a pretty heavy question here. I can see from the first sentence. When I ask you how to help my parents' friends. Last year they lost their 21-year-old son. Ooh, he died. Terrible. The son was a drug addict. One day he took a drug, then he didn't notice as he fell from a big height and died. Oh, that's horrible. His dad is still complaining to my mom. It was his only son. Ay. Well, this is a heavy, man. I don't know if I have good advice. This is a hard one. You told the children give you life and give you purpose in life, right? But this man seems to have lost his purpose. Yeah, right? It's understandable. His wife had some disease. She can't give birth anymore. Can you suggest anything? How to help them? Well, yeah, that's pretty horrible. One thought is maybe they could adopt a child. I don't know if in Russia if that's very possible or not, but anyway, might be worth looking at. And the other over general thing is they've got to find some higher purpose, right? I mean, no one can replace a child, of course not. But they have to find some higher purpose beyond just themselves. Because if they just sit around thinking about what happened and the tragedy and the pain, it's just going to go down, 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 down. I mean, of course they have grief. That's totally normal. They have to do that. But now it's a year later. They've got to find a way they're always going to be sad about it, but they've got to find some higher purpose. Now, I don't know if that is, it might involve religion, maybe. But probably involves also doing work, not just religion. They need to get out there and try to help, take care of other people in some way, helping others. One person or many, I think is probably the best thing. And Dale Carnegie even talked about that in the book we read. So I think finding a purpose to help others is probably the key thing. They've got to get the focus off of themselves. And like I said, look into adoption. If they could adopt, that would be wonderful, because then they could help a child who has no home, no parents. That would be a wonderful way to help someone else, and then to be parents again too. If they can't do that, then they must find other ways to help. That's my best advice. Just thinking quickly. All right, I'll take a couple more and then I've got to go. Gabriela says, hi, so much from Buenos Aires. Yes, you're certainly a teaching guru. Thank you. I'd like to go to Buenos Aires. I'd love to go there. Love to go to Patagonia and go hiking too. Looks amazing. Yep. See, Moshe knows. Breaking Bad, the quote, "Say my name," is from the TV show Breaking Bad. That is correct. Breaking Bad. I watched Breaking Bad a few years ago. Several Effortless English, myself and a few of us, other Effortless English family members, fans, watched Breaking Bad at the same time. Thanks, Slavika. I'll check out the movie, Brave New World. Okay, yeah, my name is Max in English. Okay, from Belarus. Gotcha. I have no time to see you live, practicing talking with my mind. Thanks, Max. Great. Okay, let's see. I'll go with this from Brazil. Gabriel, hey again. Big hugs from Brazil. Please give me an answer. I've been studying English for 3 years. I can understand almost 100% of what you say. Good. I feel far away from fluency. Do I have to enter straight to VIP or another course from you? Try learnrealenglish.com and, same time, my pronunciation course. So it's two different websites. My pronunciation course is effortlessenglishclub.com. effortlessenglishclub.com. get the pronunciation course and do that. And at the same time, do the Learn Real English course, learnrealenglish.com. Do those together at the same time. I think from what you're saying, that combination would be powerful for you. All right, guys, that is all for me for now. Time for me to go. I've got to watch a baby. Have a great night. Have a great day wherever you are. Enjoy your feasting, or you can join me fasting, whichever. If I feel okay tomorrow, if I'm not too tired, I'll do a show tomorrow. If I'm really tired tomorrow fasting, I might take another break. We'll see. Just watch my Gab and my Twitter. I'll announce. Okay, lots of love to you. As always, remember book club coming up, and join my VIP program. Commit, don't quit. Commit, don't quit. Commit, don't quit at effortlessenglishclub.com. effortlessenglishclub.com.